Tonight we're going to be talking to 3 people, but the first 2 are going to be our newest Ruby and Emerald. They are the 2 girls that promoted on our team last month, and I'm so freaking jazzed. So, Caitlin, we're going to start with you. Caitlin, actually, I wrote this down because I was like, how fast did she go Ruby? She started on February 28th, and she went Ruby on the 30th of April. So it's like literally 2 months and 2 days, went Ruby. So like, it's so possible. It's so possible. And the crazy part is I was actually going back through my text messages. I didn't realize this. Caitlin and I first started talking back in October. So, and I don't even think I followed up with you very much. I think I probably just like stalked your page and liked all your pictures all the time. Like, hi, what's up? I'm here. But we started talking back in October. She didn't sign up till February. So, I mean, that was 5 months. So, like, don't give up on people. They could be your next freaking rubies. So, what's up? Can you unmute yourself? Let me see if you can unmute yourself. Do you want to just tell us a little bit about like your story so far and maybe just why you joined It Works?
Hi. I just left the gym, so don't judge what I look like. And I'm hiding in the garage because the baby's sleeping, so gotta do what you gotta do. So I have a 8-month-old. He turned 8 months yesterday. And I'm working, I quit one job this week, thanks to this business, by the way. But I was working 2 jobs and leaving the baby way too much, and I just didn't like it. So I saw that you had the $20 promotion. I was like, you know what? I just signed up. I didn't even tell my husband. I just did it. I was like, you know what? I've been watching Jackie forever. Like, something just told me that I just needed to do it. So I just did it, and I just didn't even tell him. And now, I mean, he didn't really believe it at first, but now that I'm Ruby, he obviously sees the paychecks, and he's on board, and he believes it now. But yeah, I don't know what else you want me to say.
No, you're good. I think, didn't you get like your first fast start within like your first 2 to 3 weeks too? I remember both of you guys got your first fast starts like pretty soon before you guys got paid, like a commission.
I think I got it, like really fast.
Yeah, which is just dope. If you can get your girls started and help them get a fast start and see that money right away, because sometimes it's hard, right? Like, people start on the 20th of February. So her first commission check wasn't actually until this month, right? Because you wouldn't have gotten one in March.
No, I got one last month, but it was like little. But It was still something.
Yeah. Okay, dope. So tell me, I'm just gonna do Caitlin first and then Floyd will go over to you. So how do you primarily work your business? Facebook or Instagram?
Facebook. Hat is my jam. Like, that is where I get everyone since the very beginning.
Yeah, you are a queen at host or post. And then along those lines too, so I know this because we work pretty closely together, but do you have non-negotiables that you do every day, and how do you keep track of it?
Yes, so I brought my journal in front of me so I can show you. So I literally write out, like, let me just turn my camera so you can see. How do I turn my camera? Okay, so I literally write like the date at the top. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so I write like the date at the top, and then I literally just have like my list. So obviously, like, posting every day, loading my stories. I like to load my stories 2 times a day. So like in the morning, at night, my personal development. I like to watch a training video. I track so this is like yesterday, so you can see. So I tracked like how many messages, and then like I'm in like the group for Facebook. So this is like how many I get out per hour. And then add to network how many habs I have, and then interact. And then I also keep like track of my potential. So then like if they're on Facebook or Instagram, so then I can go back and it's easier for me to follow up. So that way I found like it's easiest for me to like declutter my brain and get it on paper, but then it's also a way for me to keep track of everything. So when I need to go back and follow up, it was way too hard for me. Like, I wasn't writing down or keeping track of who I was talking to. So that way I can easily follow up and know if they're on Facebook or Instagram.
I love it. And then what are you doing for personal development and or training?
So I just find, what?
Oh, I know it kind of changes every day, but like, what are your favorites?
So I really love Rachel Hollis' podcast, or also the one I shared with you, but I forget her name, the other podcast. And then
It's really good. I don't remember her name either though.
she's like really similar to Rachel Hollis. And then I also love ET on YouTube. And then he's like I forget what he's called. Eric Thomas, I think is his name. And then he's like a hip hop like preacher guy. And then training videos, I just follow like a lot of top leaders, and I'll just watch like their training videos on YouTube.
I feel like that's kind of when your business exploded, was when you're like, I'm going to start watching a training video every day. I'm like, that's a good idea. And then all of a sudden she was like, boom, 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 boom. LCs everywhere.
I feel like that too.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to go over to Floyd, and then I might have some more questions for you. So
okay, I'm going to mute myself.
Oh yeah, okay. So this is Floyd, and she actually only started a couple weeks before Caitlin did. So she started, they're on the same team too, which is kind of fun. And I don't know if you guys knew that until maybe like a couple weeks ago. But she started on February 5th, and you went Ruby in March, and then Emerald in April. So she got the $3,000 guarantee, which I'm actually not sure how or when that pays out. So I don't know if you got it yet or not. But she got the guarantee, and she's just been a rock star from the start. She's not actually my personally enrolled, but the cool part is she's from Boise. So I actually ran into her at Target mid-month last month, and we got to hug each other. And it's just so surreal because I'm like, I didn't like, it's just fun when you actually get to see people in real life. So Floyd, will you just tell us why you started? And since I don't know, how long you were following Kristen before you started?
Yeah, hi. Thanks for having me. Okay, so my story is kind of different because I actually have been a stay-at-home mom for a while, and I have 2 boys under 3 years old. It's very chaotic around here. But what recently happened is in December, my mom passed away, and it just put into light how important our health is. So that was kind of a really big starting point for me. At that point, I was very much postpartum, like 6 months, after having a kid, you are, your body's so different. And I was very motivated at that time to get healthy and be there present for my kids, and that was my first motivation. Then I drank coffee every day. I'm working out, but I was drinking the fattening coffee, and I wasn't realizing what I was doing while I was following Kristen. Actually, our men work together. In the past, we have kids that are like so close and have hung out. So just good friends, kind of saw what she was doing. And I did the Loyal Customer 90-day challenge, keto coffee, loved it. Lost 15 pounds personally, and it just motivated me. Yeah, I was like, yeah. You know what happened? Took the 2-year-old to go to the doctor. Didn't even know I had lost any weight, but my 2-year-old wouldn't stand on the scale. So they're like, you need to stand on it, and then you'll hold him and weigh yourself, And I jumped on. I'm like, that has to be wrong. They're like, no, this is not wrong. I'm like, okay, it's working. Because at that time I was just drinking it and doing my thing. And so that's kind of where it started. Then I couldn't stop talking about it. I mean, it worked. I was like, what the heck? So couldn't stop talking about it. Kristen said, girl, you need to just sell it. I'm like, I don't sell things. She's like, okay, share it, put it into that perspective. I'm like, I like that. I can definitely do that. I love talking to people and just sharing my experience. I already was doing that. Everyone around me that was close to me is like, what are you talking about? And I just was on fire, man. I could not stop talking about it. So I just jumped into the $20 promo, and I usually am very particular and want to know every single detail before I make a decision, and I research and I do all these things. For some reason with this, I just jumped into it. I gave it my, just jumped in, threw in the towel. I'm like, I'm doing something different. And, the the time I was, your postpartum depression a little bit at home. And then I just lost my mom. And so it not only benefited me, like in my health physically, but also emotionally. And I was like, you know what? I see this morale. I see this group I could be of, these motivating women. I'm like, I want to do that, And so in the beginning, it wasn't about the money. Now I'm seeing it and I'm like, all right, that's motivation too. But besides that, it was more, about health and my mental health and things like that. And that inspired me. And now it's become such a bigger thing, and now, like, it's not even like you do get to a point where you're like, I'm not satisfied necessarily where I am, but I'm so motivated to want to help other people. It's not just about me. And I'm super excited to like be in that mindset, I guess. Yeah. So that's my story.
Yes, that's so true. Once you start and like seeing those paychecks rolling in and those fast starts, you're like, everyone needs an extra couple $100s a month. Like, who else can I help? It just feels so good. So I know that I think this changed this month, but when you promoted, were you primarily doing Facebook or Instagram?
So Facebook has been my thing, my jam. Honestly, I never even had an Instagram until I started with It Works. And I just noticed that you can use it in such a beneficial way, if you know how. And so I just started it and I've slowly just been building it and I have no idea what I'm doing. So Facebook's primary. And right now, literally with the new thing we started this month, I was like, you know what? I'm going to try something different. And I've put a lot of focus on my Instagram, still definitely with my Facebook, but that's my first thing. So, yeah.
And are you doing host to post or are you just posting?
Okay, so I do host to post on Facebook, and then I do like I look at their messages and message depending on their profiles and things like that. So I kind of do, it's slower process, but I know everybody that's on my Facebook. I feel like, you know what I mean? Like we've been on there for 10 years. I don't know, just however long. But with Instagram, I'm like taking my time researching, trying to get some personal good messages out, and I've got a couple hits actually. And, I would love anybody's feedback, by the way, on how to grow and do better on Instagram. So help me out.
Instagram's a beast.
It is. It's crazy.
It is. But good for you for starting something new. I know you're like, I'm going to try Instagram this month. I'm like, all right, rock and roll. And the thing guys about Floy is that's not your real name. And so in the system, she was under someone else. And all of a sudden in my e-suite, I'm like, who is this mass enroller? I'm like, someone is signing up loyal customers like crazy. Meanwhile, I had this girl named Floy who I had no idea who she was, like DMing me and like asking me for help. And I knew she was on my team. And I didn't put the two together, I think, until you went executive or something. I'm like, oh, it's a person.
Yeah. So it's kind of crazy and a long story, but I had like a stalker thing. And so they just said, take your first name out. I was like, oh, so yeah.
Oh, dang, that's perfect. So do you go by Floy or is that only on your social media?
Crystal. Yeah, it's really, Floy's my middle name. But yeah, it's Crystal. I mean, I go by whatever. So, I mean, people are knowing me as Floy though, so if that's what you know me as, so yeah.
That's what I always call you.
I know, I love it. Yep.
And then do you have like a daily 6 list or how do you stay organized or do you have non-negotiables? I know 2 kids under 3, every minute of every day is different. So how do you try to stay organized for that?
Okay, so I definitely try and I post every day. That's non-negotiable. I don't have a list of this. Good job. But I post every day, definitely something personal, something about the business. I reach out or follow up. I'm always talking to somebody. And at the end of the day, I write down a list of the things, my goals for the next day. I'm going to reach out to this person. I need to look at these haps, or whatever. Just, I can't go to sleep, I don't think, without getting it off my brain and onto paper. So every night, like, it's kind of funny. I just have like all these little notes that just tell me the things that I want to do the next day. And again, they are different. So I don't really have like a set thing. It's per day kind of thing. I just try and do something every day.
I feel that in my soul.
So hard. I'm like, I don't know. I wish I had like a method to my madness, but I really don't. You know what I mean? Like, the truth is, I'm just going out there and being genuine and just trying to, share my story, and that's about it. So
Y'all should follow her on Instagram. She just posted her before and after pictures. Holy crap.
it's crazy, right?
Dude, you were gonna get a lot of loyal customers from that because I was scrolling through. I was like, "Holy freaking crap, that's insane!" And I had no idea you were a customer first.
Yeah, for the whole 90 days, literally did the whole thing, and it worked, and I loved it. And like I said, I didn't even know I was losing weight, and then I did, and then I talked about it. Something else was that, okay, well, I just mom brained, lost it.
It'll come back. Do any sort of personal development or like training?
Oh yeah.
YouTube, or what's your faves?
Okay, girl. When the kids go to sleep, that is my time. I will read books. I'm definitely not a big reader, but I have been trying more. Millionaires read multiple books in a year, I hear, and I'm going to try that. I'm going to, make a goal of that. But I definitely get into the videos. I can just watch videos after videos after videos, and you might get just one little piece out of each one, and you put it all together and make it your own, and it's like magic. And so it's just like, I crave it. I'm like, some days I feel a little uninspired, and then I jumped on and somebody, Kiana posted it, but like, girl, you got this. Like, come on, I don't know. And I just needed it, and I was just like, and so I just really, depending on my mood, I need to work on my DTs, or this isn't working for me, or how to, grow my network, things like that. So it all depends. Something like every night, though, for probably too long.
I love that. Okay, one last question I just thought of before I go to Caitlin again. I think I know the answer to this question. That's why I want to ask it for some more like newer people on here. Do you feel like you totally understand charting and everything that's going on in your back office? Oh, Floy, I'll ask you first. Oh, sorry, you just froze a little bit.
Can you repeat that? I'm sorry, babe.
Oh, it's okay. Sorry, you froze. Or maybe I froze. Do you feel like you understand charting and everything that's going on in your back office? Or do you feel like you're just having to like get that as you go?
Okay, so I like with charting, I like to know everything and be a perfectionist. So no, I don't feel 100% confident, I'll be honest, but I'm getting there, and you helped me so much. So thank you. But with eSweets, I just clicked around for so long, and I love it, and now I know what I'm looking at, and man, you gotta just look at it and keep looking at it, and ask questions, man. How many times have I wrote you, girl? I mean, like morning, nighttime, 100 times in a day, all the questions, and that's something like that I want to stress to other people is ask the questions. If somebody's not answering, ask somebody else. Don't wait for their answer. Like, people get uninterested really fast if you're not going to be, they have limited time too, and their time is valuable. So you want to get those answers for them. And if you don't know, you just need to reach out to somebody else. Ask all the questions. And then remember it, write it down, screenshot it, keep it, and don't ask that question again, and then, but ask another question, I just feel like, thank you so much, by the way, for all your help, because I really do blow you up like all the time. Thank you.
You're my notorious double texter. I love her because she'll literally message me on Messenger, and I'll see it comes through, but I won't have like time to answer it, and then she'll text me 5 minutes later, like copy and paste. So don't ever feel afraid to do that, because like sometimes we need those reminders, and we're all getting a million messages a day. So like if we're not answering on one platform, we're probably on Instagram or text or whatever. So it's like, just hunt us down, or like, we like it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much, and congratulations on going Emerald. You're actually super freaking close to Diamond. I'm so excited. So
I know. I'm hanging on, okay? I'm hanging on. We got some days. We got this, okay?
I love it. Getting that $10,000 bonus this month. Huh? So Caitlin, I want to ask you the same thing. Do you feel like you have to know everything? Do you feel like you know everything about charting in the back office, and do you feel like you just like got it nailed down and that's why you're promoting is because you know every single thing? I'll unmute you. There, you're unmuted.
I definitely am a perfectionist as well, but I don't have everything down, no. But you definitely helped me 110%. I'm always like asking you the same thing, like a million questions, and I'm like, okay, what do I need? Where do I need to go? What do I need to do? And then I just like, I feel like once we have like that talk, I just like run from there. So you definitely helped me a lot. But like Chloe said, I just clicked around in back office for a long time, and so I feel like I'm definitely getting there, and I know like what I need to click on and what I need to do, and I've definitely been able to use that and help my DTs as well, so that also helps me to like say it to someone else, I think.
Yeah, when you're having to train someone, it really helps. And I only asked that question because Kiana and I literally text each other every day still. Where's this report? What should I do with this person? I texted her a screenshot the other day. I'm like, I don't know what to say to this person. She went off script. Kiana's like, chill, just like say your next thing. You're fine. But like, so like, we all still ask each other questions. Kiana's been in for a year and a half. I've been in for 2.5 years, and I still don't know what the heck I'm doing half the time. So you don't have to know everything to promote. You just got to be passionate. You guys are both super passionate. And Kaylin, you've lost quite a bit of weight too, haven't you? You've been using the keto coffee?
Yeah, it's keto coffee. Well, I guess you could just call it triple threat. Yeah, mom brain. The greens, the keto coffee, and TFX. And then I did do a cleanse last week. I need to take more like update pictures and actually like step on the scale again, but yeah.
Well, you've been looking, I can tell in your face. You've just been and out.
Thank you.
Because I see your face a lot, I guess. Well, thank you guys so much. I'm so excited. I just wanted everyone to know, like, your guys' story, because I can't wait for you guys to freaking go diamond and double diamond and triple diamond, and like, and this will be your first Zoom. You'll get to be like, my first Zoom was May 15th in front of 9 people, and then like pretty soon you're gonna be in Zooms in front of like 500 people. So congratulations, you guys. I'm so pumped. And then Miss Taya, you get to take the stage, girly whirl. I heard you have some awesome wisdom to drop on us.
I don't know about awesome. It's just some. So I started reading this book called You Win First in the Locker Room. It's co-written by Mike Smith and John Gordon. And they basically go through the 5 C's of a successful team, business, and just your life in general. And when I started reading it, I was just like, wow, I need to share this piece by piece with my team, because it's like as I'm speaking and I'm like, this is important. So the first chapter is about culture, and I kind of just wrote down in my notes kind of just the important parts that I felt like just really spoke to me and my team. The first is to sustain culture equals sustained success, which means if you build your culture and you stick to that culture of what you want your team and your organization to look like, success is going to come. But you have to focus on that. You have to fight for your team and your culture no matter what. You have to fight for it. This is your culture. This is your team. So no matter what, fight for your culture. Something that was huge for me was to focus on milestones instead of focusing on the goals. So this is written by an NFL coach, and he says, my team, we focus practice by practice and game by game. Basically, a milestone is I'm going to send out 20 messages this hour, or I'm going to send out this. And as you hit a milestone, as his team hit a milestone, he said, okay, great, here's our next milestone. Instead of our goal being the Super Bowl, our milestone is not to lose back-to-back. And once we can do that, then you get your next milestone. Don't take those losses and those setbacks as something bad. If you don't hit that milestone, cool. Make your next milestone to not repeat that mistake. Communicate what the culture is. You have to decide within yourself what kind of team you want, what your culture is, and then touch every person on your team and communicate, this is what we're doing and this is how it needs to be done. Whether it's personally enrolled or not. I did that last month. And I messaged everyone in my E-suite, just introduce myself and kind of what our culture is. Examine more than the talent and potential. I went live in the team page a little while ago, and I said, do look for motivated over potential. He said when I was bringing in new teammates to my team, I looked at the overall person, not how far you can run or how fast you can catch a ball. And I know that made no sense at all, but I looked at who's going to look good on our team on and off the field. And eliminate all outside distractions. I tell my team every day, I tell my potentials every day, life happens. Things happen. You just have to have at least 45 minutes to 1 hour that you just zone it out. Things happen. My everyday life happens. School happens, kids happen, family happens. It happens. You just have to zone it out sometimes. And lead by example. This is your team. Once you start signing people, you are now their leader. Whether you're 1,000% confident or not, once you start building people and you start charting, this is your team. You are now that team leader. So you have to lead by example. I can't wake up in the morning and tell my team, hey, I need you to sign this much BV today, and I'm not doing it. So I give them the game plan and I follow through with my game plan and I check in with them. Instead of saying, hey, this is what I want you guys to do, but I'm going to be over here doing my own thing. That doesn't work. They're watching you. You're leading by example. No leader is perfect, but a leader who learns from their mistakes is everything. So no, I mess up all the time. I know that, but learn from your mistakes and don't let that get down on you. So yeah, that's kind of what culture was, and can't wait to share the rest of the 7 C's with you.
Wow, I'm so proud of you. I'm pumped. I'm always pumped, but thanks for sharing. You're a queen. I really want to read that book too. I know I want to read it so bad. But hey, I guess I had to unmute myself and say something. Of course. But no, seriously, I'm so proud of all you guys. And especially like this month, I just feel like there's so much power in this month. And I'm always so proud of everyone who gets on these videos, especially the people that can share, because it takes a lot to share. So thank you so much, Caitlin and Floy, Crystal, I don't know what you like to go by better, and Taya, and just like, thank you guys all so much for just being yourself. Thanks, Jackie, for like putting this all together. You rock, you're a queen. Yeah, I just love you guys all so much. So I had to say a little, of course, I had to say a little something. But I feel like this, I also, just signed a customer while being on this call, which is like totally cool because my day's been crazy. But just a reminder, you guys, we are still doing the boom contest. And like Taya said, you do have to put yourself in this business and just kind of get rid of the distractions, like drop a number 1 if you have distractions throughout your day. Like, we all do. And this is something like, I think I'm excited now to read this book is because I grew up in sports. And I grew up doing cheerleading, and I grew up doing all these things as a team. And one of the biggest things is having this business or even your team be that like home away from home where you can let the distractions go away and like leave your mind. And I feel like that's really big, especially cultural in our team. And like, I'm pumped that she even brought this up because this is a safe place and it's a very fun place and it's a place for growth and it's a place for us to all support each other. Like, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but like our team does not have like drama. Okay. Like, I know that sounds weird to say, but like this team in general is so supportive, and I don't think there's anything else like it. You know what I mean? Like, I've never heard anybody on our team talk bad about one another. Like, everyone's focused on their own business and their own goals, and we're all pushing each other. So just know when you're in this business and you're on our team, it's for a reason, and we come here with an intention. It's a safe place. We're going to be working hard. We're going to be making money. We're going to be doing all the things together. And that just pumped me up just hearing it, because you don't find that a lot of places, especially in a company that's like all women. You know what I mean? Like, can I get an amen? No, but that just pumped me up. So I had to share that, of course, but yeah, I'm super, super pumped, and I'm excited. I'm proud of you guys. So yeah, wow, jacked. Dude, that was so good. I don't even have anything to like close out. I just wanted you guys all to drop some knowledge and some inspiration, and I'm just freaking pumped about this month. There's been so many Zooms this week. There's another one tomorrow night that we'll send to the chat. If you ever like, holy crap, you're sending too many Zooms, just know we're not expecting you to get on all of them. It's just nice to know when all of them are, right? Because sometimes I'm just sitting around messaging, twiddling my thumbs, whatever. And I'm like, well, I'd rather be on a Zoom. That's pretty dope. So there's another one tomorrow night. I think it's at like 8 Central. But yeah, I'm just super freaking pumped for this month. So everybody, thank you for hopping on. Thank you for always being here. This kind of seems like our crew. I feel like these are the 9 people that are almost always on these. So thank you. And yeah, let's just have a killer week. We'll see y'all next Wednesday. Okay, bye guys.